Opportunities like these are vital for my practice because they allow me to honor my ancestral roots and tell my family's story. My father was born and raised in Alabama and was a descendant of slaves, and through my art, I want to share their triumphs, struggles, and victories. The Bergamot Crown serves as a platform for me to weave together their history, highlighting their resilience and strength that have been passed down through generations. This project not only connects me to my family's past, but also helps me honor and celebrate the legacy of those who have come before me while creating space for others to reflect on their own ancestral journeys. My origin. I trace my beginnings to the lands of my ancestors where the sun kissed the earth and the rivers run deep with history. My blood carries the essence of warriors, storytellers, and visionaries who once roamed free under the African sky. From West Africa, my roots extend, strong and unwavering, spanning across lands that bore the first rhythms of humanity. Nigeria, a land of great kingdoms and rich traditions, where my ancestors walked with pride, weaving the stories of their people into fabric of time. Sierra Leone, the shores where the whispers of the past meet the crashing waves, where resilience was carved into the souls of those who stood against the tide of oppression. Senegal, the land of rivers and traders, where vibrant cultures flourished before the darkness of captivity loomed. Ghana, Togo, the heart of the Gold Coast, where ancient wisdom and strength ran through the veins of my ancestors. Central Africa, the southern Congo Basin, the deep forests and rolling plains that bore witness to a history that would be uprooted but yet never forgotten. Then came the ships, the iron chains, the stolen dreams, ordered unto slave ships, torn from our families, our homes. We left behind our legacy yet carried our spirit. Stripped from our native land, we were cast into the depths of the unknown, bound for Virginia. There, upon arrival, we were sold on a slave block, valued as property, our humanity disregarded. Shipped to the Black Belt of Alabama, enslaved on a Chapman's Place plantation, we toiled under the weight of cruelty, forced to lie down in their green pastures where we were meant to break. They sought to destroy our souls, to erase our existence from history, but they underestimated us. They underestimated the power of our ancestors, the resilience that flows through our blood. Surely, goodness and mercy shall follow us all the days of our lives. Through the pain, we endured. Through the sorrow, we found joy. Through the darkness, we created light. I am here today because they survived. I carry their legacy forward, honoring their strength, their sacrifices, and their unbreakable spirit. My origin is not just a story of captivity. It is a testament to the will of my ancestors, an unyielding power of the hope and faith and the unshakable truth that they were never meant to be erased. The whispers of the cotton field, beneath the sun's relentless blaze, where rows of white stretch endless ways, countless tears soaked the thirsty ground. Countless ounces of blood ran profound. The cotton fields hum with buried truths, echoes of chains, stolen youth. The whispers rise, they call, they plead. Remember us, remember our need. For every lash, for every cry, for every soul that dared to die. The earth holds the story, etched in its veins, of struggle, survival, of loss and gains. Though the roots run deep with pain and despair, the whispers remind us we are still here. United, we must stand hand in hand with our kin to heal this land. God sees it all, every tear, every groan, every unmarked grave, every shattered home. Justice may tarry, but it will not fail, for his hand writes the unlimited tale. Until the day we rise, we fight for love, for truth, for what is right. We bind our wounds, we lift our kin. Together we'll triumph. Together we'll win. The cotton fields whisper, they cry and sing of a day when freedom's bell will ring. And when it does, all will see that God gets the glory for all eternity. Big Mama, Double Mint Gum Queen, Miss Maddie's porch. Miss Maddie's house was a summertime shrine where chewing double mint gum marked the passage of time. Ginormous wads she'd chew all day, later stuck on her bedpost, tucked away. Dipping snuff was her quiet reprieve. 7-Up cake is cooling in the breeze. The swing in the backyard sang with delight. Merry-go-round spinning all day and all night. The candy store down the street, that was my retreat. Sticky fingers and laughter, oh, so sweet. Neighborhood kids lined up at her door, every 10 minutes knocking one more. Miss Maddie, you got some more popsicles? She laughed softly. What kind you want, red or purple? The choices were clear. And in them small styrofoam cups was a summer's cheer. A dime's worth of joy stored in her jars, stacked neatly in the cabinet like tiny little stars. Her bedpost, treasures told tales of her day, double mint dreams tucked safely away. Her smile was rare, but her love was loud. In her hugs, her arms, her steady ground, I felt her love in every squeeze, in every treat, in every breeze. Miss Maddie's porch, where memories bloomed, a haven of sweetness, her heart filled the room. A summer with Tut, Robert Tut Chapman, my granddaddy. In the hot, sweaty month of July, we made our way down to Livingston, Alabama, to the Green Acre side, where the air was thick and the dirt is red, and Granddaddy Tut waited with a quiet pride. Robert Tut Chapman, the man, the myth, lived in a house that seemed to sweat with him. He refused to turn on that air. I don't like all that air, he'd say. So we bake in silence until my daddy had his way. Daddy would lift the windows and crack the air for a bit, and the cool breeze would fight the heat, while Tut lay stretched across his bed, cigarette lit, baseball on the screen. That was his retreat. His teeth rested on a glass on the table close by, but that didn't stop him from greeting me wide-eyed. Hey, gal, he'd grin and draw his arms open wide. How you? He'd say with love he never tried to hide. I hug him tight, then make my quick escape. The smoke was thick, too strong to take. Still the moment stayed etched in my chest. That way he laid, said my name, the way I felt blessed. Tut was a man of habits, rhythm, and grit. Dominoes at his daughter's club, that was it. I was too young for the grown folks' fun, but my big cousin snuck me in before the night begun. He loved to fish, pole in hand, patience on deck, and I think that love passed down to my brother next. There was peace in the cast, the weight, the real, a kind of quiet our granddad could always feel. Tut kept a pistol in hand just in case, and he drove like the wind with a still-willed face. I'd beg, slow down, granddaddy, with fear in my tone. He'd smirk. Oh, gal, I know these woods like the back of my own. In his overalls with suspenders tight, black slip-on shoes, had just right. He looked like a man carved out of land of time, carrying stories in his silence, wisdom in his spine. He was rough around the edges, but love ran deep. In the quiet ways he'd laugh, in the company he'd keep. Robert Tut Chapman, more than a name. He was a summer memory, a family flame.